Testing. Halo. Testing. Halo. Halo. Testing. Masuk dulu. Bentar, tes. 1, 2, ush. Oke. Sebentar. Oh, sudah masuk. Oke, kali ini kita akan melanjutkan perjalanan kita bersama paimon ya. Dan sebelumnya aku sudah video aku grinding dan ya walaupun ini jarang live, sudah berapa lama ini ya, lihatlah sampai aku grinding sampai ke sini walaupun tidak seluruhnya ya, tapi setidaknya level karakter sekarang lebih tinggi ya, setidaknya ini kita tingkatkan juga.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Kalau ini 8 ini untuk ini kulkas. Oke, kadang nanti setelah ini kita farming lagi ya. Oh ya, sebentar. Ini lupa. Ada. Oke, kita akan lanjutkan perjalanan kita. Sekarang kita akan menjalankan quest. Let's go. Oke, finish question. Dan ya, kita akan melanjutkan ceritanya. Wah, mantap. Oh, ke atas ini. Muter-muter, rek. Let's go. Dan ke atas. Oke, kita akan lanjutkan cerita ya di Sumeru ini. Sumer asik, Sumer. Di mana? Oh, ini. Di mana ini? Oh, ini di sini. Oke, let's go. Asik masuk. Kita melihat atas yang ini. Atasnya banget kita.
Guild told me to expect you to.
Oh, thank you.
Nice to meet you, Aslan. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Great, so the Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. Gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own 2 hands to carve out a living. We don't bet it isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Okay.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late greater Lord Rugadavada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugadavada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just...
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels...
But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among...
Alright, well...
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
Oke, jauh-jauh ke sini ternyata yang ngobrol. Hendrik jauh-jauh ke situ hanya untuk ngobrol.
Seems Oswald was
Okay.
right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. The harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
Siapa?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon. Sure, it goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. He predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you.
Okay.
Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that,
Hmm.
I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened?
Sus. Walaupun aku tak tahu tadi aku tak baca ceritanya, aku itu kan kipas dahulu ya Hendrik.
It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali. We can't let them get in the way now. Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad.
Let's go.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
Kira kejar dia bukan ke lari, angin dia ini jalan kaki.
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
Oh ini, Greg sembunyi di sini.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Oh, thank you so much. them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there are some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
Oh, dekat. Aku kira jauh tempatnya. Oke, berjalan ke tavern. Let's go. Gak perlu teleportasi karena dekat. Sebentar, sebelum itu kita beli dahulu Mas Billy anggrek. Tidak bereaksi pun. Oke, masuk ke tavern. Punten paket.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait,
Yeah.
stand down, Dia.
Alamak. Paimon hanya bisa pasang muka itu jangkrik.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey, Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back.
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt you. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stuck, and I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not, I still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to, because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Okay.
Fine. I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even...
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Engkau
I'm
Kabur.
fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure, after you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you?
You get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try something fancy, but we aren't exactly loaded. Guess Paimon will settle for something ordinary.
Bersyukur kau Paimon.
How about our charcoal-baked Agelena cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
Cemilan macam apa itu asam sebesar itu?
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass.
Nah,
Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know.
ya jangan macam itulah. Famous.
Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any help for me. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you.
Really?
Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt.
Wow, you really do know everything.
Dunyarzad, is there anything you want?
What? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do it.
Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe
Then, can you make my illness go away?
Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now.
Then, can you be my friend?
Jadi
After
sedihnya.
that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be Dear friend, although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samio, deserts, and all of Teyvat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zero's festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zero's festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukadabata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lords. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was, but because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukadabata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukadabata's death.
Aw, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day, but I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Wait a minute.
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much. Even
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Let's go. Bangun. Saya kita keluar, kawan. Dan paimon hanya asik makan. Tempe memang dia. Oke, let's go. Kita ke Nilo. Kita harus selesaikan quest Archon ini, boy. Walaupun panjang, tetapi kita harus mencoba. Let's go. Salah jalan. Nah, ke sini. Salah lagi. Nah, ke sini. Nah, trip mereka di jalan udah. Punten. Spadus, I'm coming.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Junior-san. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home. But you made it in the end. Oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh. And who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City. and are looking.
So you're followers from another land? Oh, really? Well, that's okay. You're still invited to the Sub-Zeros Festival. By the way, Junior Zod, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
Mungkin. Mencuriga kali ya.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes. The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances. Oh, probably because it was the theater asking. The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zeros Festival anymore. Thank the Dendro Archon for Junior Zod. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Milu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the Sub-Zeros Festival.
Junior Zod, have you told them the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay. Then I'll tell you too about how this holiday came to be.
Wah, panjang ini.
According to legend, the Sub-Zeros Festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing. So the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful Padisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment." Huh? Really? Oh, you probably mean because all the gods in this story are no longer alive. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered Padisar.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Krik, tiba-tiba ada notifikasi SMS.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Padisara's memory of the Goddess of Flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just two. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Of course Paimon wants to watch. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zeros Festival together?
Okay, let's go.
Junior Zod, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, then we're all... In that case, we'll take a look around.
Okay, jalan-jalan. Kumalala, tak bisa aku tekan setting, asem.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Did you know that the Sub-Zero's festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival.
Okay, thank you. Okay, here.
Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Two things that the academia doesn't and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and, that's what I've heard at least.
Bukan. Dari parfum. Yang dekat dahulu, jangan jauh. Farhad.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year.
Okay.
Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festivals, and when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar...
Okay, ya kita yang ngobrol saja lah itu aku sedikit percepat. Aki-aki, tas sopan. Tas sopan. Aki-aki, ibu-ibu, jangkrik, nenek-nenek.
Dancing at the Sub-Zero's festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was my grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukadavata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And the Sub-Zero's festival has been losing its appeal over the years.
Okay, thank you. Ya, bahas tentang ini apa Lord Kazunari, itulah susah sekali aku bicara. Oke.
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all... I've noticed that you...
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful...
Oke. Nah, intinya itulah yang ngobrol. Sementara itu.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine.
Wait, guild. Craig admin guildnya muncul. Apa itu tadi tiba-tiba muncul?
Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa, break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take YouTube, for example. You travel across to that to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across to that and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that... Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
No.
Alright, we'll see you next time two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all.
Ya, kembali lagi. Bye-bye.
There's something really
Sepertinya ada yang
different
aneh
about
ini.
Catherine today.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Tapi kalau dipikir-pikir juga
Oh, hey dear,
menurut gue ya.
what's going on?
I've got something to tell you. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well,
Are you serious?
it might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's...
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Let's head over to the Citadel of Rizar and wait for Dia.
Let's go. Sumeru. Boom.
Sorry, I'm late. Took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's book.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord.
Oke, masuk. Let's go. Jangkrik yang dia tahu apa ini. Oh, tidak ada lagi. Asik.
Oh, hey, Chief.
Hey,
Dia, what are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
ini kon orangnya yang sama.
We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Riksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Rookshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses. So people from all over have been called back to the city.
Wah, ada sesuatu ini.
Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell them what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. If you ask, let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you. If you're interested, maybe you can head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just...
Help me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City.
Oke.
There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming...
You bet they are. King Dishret's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia!
Hey.
And you too, Osfond! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Subzerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that. Good. Then we'll see you both at the Subzerus Festival.
Oke, sudah saatnya menjadi babu traveler. Asik. Wah, keren. Untung saja aku sebelumnya green jauh. Jadi aku bisa teleportasi ke sini. Tak sia-sia aku grinding sampai mabuk ini. Mabuk grinding. Farming, XP, uang, lain-lain. Sampai ke sini akhirnya. Dan ya, let's go.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Well, guess that's only to be expected for the largest... Let's get it. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But, Osfin told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item? Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find...
Oke. Tanya-tanya dulu. Penjahit.
Welcome. How can I help?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question.
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers are flocking here. You see over there? Those are students from the Academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches...
Those students seem to be discussing...
Oke, kita akan gosip dulu. Kita akan menguping apa yang mereka omongkan.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshret and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Rexar is starting to get fed up with them.
They're called Ain El Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but
Not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals. I've heard that Ain al-Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with $500,000.
Wait, did you say $500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for?
I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
Okay.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from... Well, I guess that makes sense. And the only thing left for us now is to find a way in.
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon. Is not? So, what's your plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us $500,000 more. Have you lost your mind?
Tenang.
Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of Mora.
Kita tanyakan dahulu baik tidak sembarangan. Pembayarnya ini, tapi kalau dia nipu ya kita ambil lagi uangnya. Tenang. Venti, oh bukan yang terima saya tadi dia. Seperti itu masuk. Itu ini jalurnya. Klik salah. Fallback. Salah jalan. Salah jalan boy, fallback. Klik salah jalan langsung. Putar balik. Fallback. Retreat, boys. Retreat. Oke, kita akan mutar, kawan. Tempel, mouse harus ke atas. Tidak mungkin ke atas. Fokus dahulu, coba dari bawah dulu. Ya macam itu. Kalau dia bohong, kita hanya menghajarnya saja. Terus sulit kali. Dan kita mendengar ini, kita coba tanyakan dahulu. Apapun ini tetap apa.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Ya, let's go, kita duduk dahulu, boy.
Oh, you've arrived. Please take a seat. So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of Mora this time.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick Mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
Huh. All these guys talk about is King Deshret. So they're probably...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
Okay, let's go.
What's going on? How can there be Kaimaki here?
Tarik.
Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
Oh iya lupa.
A student? Huh. What's a student from Sumeru City
Krik, aku
doing in
lupa,
Port
Krik.
Ormos?
Mereka curiga terhadap harga luar.
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Coba
Huh?
aku ingin.
What is this? Some...
Oh! Sorry! He must have grabbed the wrong mount! Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Dia kan nanya ini bercanda.
Oh, Paimon can't stand to see so much more ago. There's no other choice right now.
Tenang Paimon, kita bisa farming.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more because...
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King... Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the academia to cover up the truth of her actions and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten... If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached it.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Ah, kan? I hate them.
You again? Deranged academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things... Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use...
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't...
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude...
I'm warning you. Don't push us.
If you're
Shut up.
suggesting that we escalate... If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know I'm quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. Also, a word of advice.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 more to them.
Thank you.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students. Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for
Akhirnya
our
kita bisa
silence.
item boy.
I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa! Did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but said that... Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Oh iya, kunci motor, aku lupa.
I'll hit them, right?
Iya. Oke.
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might... Alright. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that? A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong! Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange?
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from Ein. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't... Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some...
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object. This is what you've been looking for.
คน
Paimon can't tell what it is.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed... Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's amazing.
ada.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable one. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens in hapless academia. Well, I think that about sums it up. Oh, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine.
Dipaksakan. Hampir. Engkau salah. Ya, ada petir. Rezeki.
I'll keep this close.
Tanpa sini aja ada petir ya.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with some. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk in, she's guarded against people from the academia because I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine.
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have...
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad.
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard.
Boleh. Ya, pulang ini.
Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
Oh, ini.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any Mora left over, just keep it. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like the Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time. Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come.
Okay.
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Oh, saat menemui Dory. Wah, jangkrik, mabuk aku ini, mabuk. Banyak kali percakapannya. Saya kadang aku ini pada dulu. Nanti bawa ke boy. Hey Dory. Eletis atau Galtis?
Hello. What are you two looking to buy? What a unique palette. We have unripe horror.
Forgot us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe horror fruits. Show them.
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru Rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
My mistake. I do apologize.
That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
Okay. Oh, yang ini setahu ini bukan gudang, ini rumah atau gubuk ini.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may
Wow.
not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Waduh, kepercayaannya Asam. Wah, bagaimana ini? Berat mis.
Thanks.
Aman.
If better goods come in,
Okay,
you'll be the
meningkat.
first to know.
Oke. Fokus.
You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring sounds.
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot, it's the mantra. Run!
Ngkon.
What?
Ada masalah
Mantra?
lagi.
Where? Oh, hey, them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here.
Great
We
lagi.
don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
Krik, ada saja ya. Sebentar lagi sudah ini dapat ya. Ada terciri matra, tempel lah.
He ran that way.
Kejar boy. Kita harus kejar. Jangan lari kau. Jamaluddin, Udin, itu. Tunggu aneh.
Look, he's over there.
Krik lari lagi. Tempel lah. Tolonglah. Krik aku lah langsung lari terus menerus. Benar-benar anaknya. Tunggulah. Aduh, lelah ini. Atau jangan yang di sini ya? Iya, oke.
Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way.
Oke, thank you.
The password. Huh? Oh,
Shut up. Kita sudah dikejar.
here,
Sudah
over
cepat.
here. You can stop running now.
Oh, Dori. Alamak, kecitnya.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Oh, very good.
Krik.
Thank you.
Mana Dori tapi sekecil ini. Kemasan saset. Ya, ini kemasan saset.
Wait, you're Dory? I'm unsure that you'd look a whole lot scarier. Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't want what
Okay.
you say, then you can forget about doing any business. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings, haven't you? I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment. I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the mantra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an so that's why I prefer to have customers like you. It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please, knock yourself out. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course. Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the mantra caught her with all this. What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reasons for buying. I can, however, take this one for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology. Yeesh, who would want to be an expert in that? Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Tibet? And with this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in... Ooh, now this sounds like a 2 million Mora, and it's yours. Whoa,
Oke, let's go. Wah, ada dua ini, atas dan bawah.
You really got a good head on your shoulders.
Oh, cool.
We'll take these, please and thank you. My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more or more. Say what now?
Mata.
Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million. But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 more. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth one. Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Al-Haytham's moral left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you.
Paimon.
You got a deal, Dory. We'd like to spend an extra 100,000. Excellent.
Paimon, kom.
Please select from this fine collection of canned knowledge over here.
Aduh. Paimon,
Hold on a second. I thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the ones from over there? Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million more each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves. Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount?
Paimon,
Well,
kom.
anyway, the more has already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumip. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one. Dory, we'll take this one. All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon, whether it's canned. Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Al-Haytham.
Paimon, kom.
Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Emang Paimon, kom. Yang ke bawah-bawah sana, semua. Ah, sudah ini dimarahi Haytham ini. Yo, Haytham.
You two made it. And from the looks on your faces,
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Mantra won't come here. Okay, now, tell me how your encounter...
Okay, begin what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky...
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it, and you'll gain...
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Or...
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such that they adamantly believe that the...
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ainul Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each to ensure the capsule's security and to evade the mantra's note. Unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in, Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you...
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Yes, you can say that. But this arrangement, the day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the divine knowledge capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her. If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay, then we'll meet.
Hey, Thumb, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves.
You two want to try using a knowledge cap? Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. What do you say we head to the outskirts of town?
Oke. Dan ya, benar-benar. Udah, ya sudah, kita akan lanjutkan lagi boy untuk cara ini apa mengetahuinya. Dan ya, jadi bye-bye. Aku mau istirahat dulu, panas ini. Tolong kebakar. Tempe.